Kani gadega pati CCTV, bat pidang pek yaki kubor baman kasngi.
Ka Dorbar Mang Tyngka jong ka jalla, ka balong ru ka Sngi ka balai nuru balasdang yakni ka Dorbar jong ka yang Dorbar thawain ka jalla. Hynne ka Sngi ka arpotrek uluber, ru ka lalong ka Rhem ka Jingïatai, da ka Jingïatai jong ki babon ki MLA kentom, nadu ki menteri sarkar, bat komjo ki badan Haka Liang Pyrshah. Ka ba ki babon ki MLA ki dei jong ka seng kongres ki badan arpongot baro. Kimat hi ki balai tai Hynne ka Sngi ka dei halor report rekam jong ka Meghalaya Urban Development Authority. Nang ta halor ka Jingyo kam yo jam jong ki samla ka jalla, bat kiwe pat kiman.
Yes, sir. I have already received the answer of Minister of Food and Supply. I have already mentioned in my question whether the government is aware that many video COVID-19 that are therefore prevention card. So his answer with the implementation of the national food. Yes, I come.
Please. Now we'll call the Minister to reply. Start question number 1.
Thank you, sir. So in reply to start question number 1, A. Sir, the implementation of the NFSA in the state, all beneficiaries who fulfill the required criteria under SNCC are covered under NFSA. Sir, B does not arise in view of A or B.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I have heard about the reply of the Minister regarding this question. Sir, already made one of us. We are here for our people of the state because we knew that after we have many poor people in our state. Once we help the poor people, it will be benefit development for especially all MLAs or represent the whole quality that we represent. So I brought this question because why? Because many of our people in my country are not getting a ration card. So the minister has already replied that after implementation of National Food Act, that means the BPL have been left without a ration card. My question, so the minister has already replied about the implementation of National Food Act. All beneficiaries have been fulfilled the required criteria on the SECC are covered under National Food Act. My question to the Minister, sir, at present, how many beneficiaries have been benefited from this NFSA?
Sir, the population coverage is 50.87% for urban areas, sir, and 77.79% for rural areas. So for the rural areas, the number of beneficiaries are 18,45,542, and for the urban areas, the number of beneficiaries are 3,03,455. Therefore, sir, in total, the coverage is 21,49,027.
Mr. Speaker, sir, according to the minister, I understand that we have not covered all the poor people in the state or the people in the state. What is the proposal of the government regarding the left out, non-urban communities?
Sir, the identification of beneficiaries is, sir, as per the socio-economic and class census of 2011, wherein certain exclusion and inclusion parameters are considered for identification of beneficiaries, sir. In case, sir, there are a few who have been left out, sir, there is an exercise which the department conducts, which is claims and objections. And under this exercise, sir, we allow certain beneficiaries who can claim, sir, that they should be considered under the NFSA, sir. So that exercise has taken place, sir, and there are certain beneficiaries who have been considered under that, sir. And this has been forwarded to Government of India and we are waiting for approval.
Mr. Speaker, sir, if that will be the case regarding with the department based upon a census of socio-economic development, so is there any problem from the state government? Because I've already mentioned because many of the BPL is left without a ration card. Because I'm concerned for that. Is there any proposal from the government again to go for the department will go ahead getting with the census so that many will be included in the quality schemes.
I'm sorry, can you ask me whether census will be conducted again? Because that is there's a certain time frame for that. It's not every 10 years, sir.
That is what you want to do.
Yeah. So the answer to that is the socio-economic and class census is conducted once in 10 years. So that will take place only after 10 years. So, however, sir, regarding claims and objections, if there are certain beneficiaries who feel that they have been left out, so they can claim for that. We can conduct another exercise to accommodate themselves. If they do fit under the parameters, the exclusion and inclusion parameters.
Also, it is a fact that the census use which you have once in 10 years. So because of the pressure of the people, our linkment to government level care, resist with the government of India, if need be, they can take special constitution for our state because I've already mentioned that we have many left out. I'm talking about the state, not only my constituency, people are facing in the whole state, people are facing about this original cancer.
Sorry, sir, can you repeat the question? I didn't really understand.
So my question, since your fault, since the government of India used to have census once in 10 years, my request to the state government and also to the minister in charge of food and supply, if possible, as already mentioned in my question, many people are left out. I'm talking not only in my policy, I think almost affected. My request to the government, if need be, kindly again take this matter with the central government, so that BPL again will get a chance to get this national food security act.
Sir, as I said, sir, according to the census, the present census, anyone who does feel that they should be included, we will conduct another claims and objection exercise, sir, and they can apply for that, and it will be brought into consideration.
So, well, I'll ask questions, sir. There's a fact that this says that if any left out, they can complain. Sir, for the information of the House, when there was a MPC of online, many times only been complained. My people already went and meeting with the department concerned. There is no flaw regarding this matter. That's why this question has brought to the House so that the government will take care.
Right, sir. So, we will take that into active consideration, sir, and we will work out a way of means of having the conversations again, so that all beneficiaries which the concerned member has pointed out, they can be brought into consideration.
First, there are many. You take the inclusion list, 90% of the population is followed, especially in urban areas also. But we have come to know that, despite of the inclusion list, which is so exhaustive and elaborate, yet many of the applicants are denied. My only request to the minister is to kindly ensure that such applications, if come, should be granted. My only question, sir, last question. Does this criteria also include a certificate to be issued by the Ambassador, headman or authority to certify that they fall under this inclusive criteria? That is what
yes, the inclusion list is very exhaustive. I agree with the honorable members, sir. But then, so as the exclusion parameters. So, yes, many beneficiaries would fall under the inclusion parameters. However, sir, because of the exclusion parameters, we have to then exclude many of them, sir. Sir, regarding the other matters which the honorable member has mentioned, so we'll look into that.
So why am I using the word negative? As a politician, as a government, as business, sometimes have to be flexible, also positive. because I always said that our job is 5 years, 5 years job. Doing good, you will get renewed and come back out, otherwise you will come back. So why I talk regarding with the government, because we have many then former chief ministers are doing good for the state. We remember them. But I am thinking that if our present chief minister, Honorable Sharma, doing good for the state, I'm very much sure that the future generation will remember him. So when talking about at this point, sir, it seems that the government has closed all the doors, front doors are closed, windows are closed, no ventilation, no more talk with the military. So if that will be the case, sir, sometimes we're talking about peace. I'm not talking about the family peace, but family peace only from the Lord Jesus, not everybody. But I'm talking about the peace. So when you're talking about the peace, sir, ask the ministers, responsible government. Whatever happening in the government, we are very much concerned. Enlightenment. I'll come, sir. Because very short. What's happening in the government, we are very much concerned, sir. Because we are emanating, we are ministers and the government, sir. So regarding with this point, why I'm brought to this point, because I'm very much thankful with the President Chief Minister, even the Home Minister. Last week, Jingïatai, we are thankful to them and to the state government, even the church, even NGOs are working so hard. They have come back for surrender. But my question, sir, regarding with this matter of negotiation. So we understand that if Pakistan and India come to negotiation, what is sir, I'll come, sir. So I will come. So we have to understand, we have to meet the point, sir, because my question is on that. So I'll come to the question. So is there any reason which the government is so reluctant of calling the military for negotiation, sir? That is my question. Why the government is so reluctant of not calling the military for negotiation? Because we will let the military in the state to come back with negotiation. Peace will come in our state. That is what concerns.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I do respect the sentiments of the Honourable Member. And I think there is no member in this House who would agree more than what he has said about the feelings of how we all want peace in the state. How we all want our brothers and sisters who have gone in the wrong direction to come back to the mainstream. So, sir, we are not saying that we're not saying no to peace. I think that is what you are misunderstanding. We all want peace. But sir, there are certain processes that we need to follow. By you mentioning the question that are we calling them for round table talk, I think the government stand is very clear that we are not going to negotiate with the militant groups. That is what our stand is. There is no negotiation. And when we say negotiation, we mean give and take. So what we are saying, sir, that you shun the path of violence and we welcome and will provide you with rehabilitation. So I think, sir, we are not closing the doors. The doors are always open. But you cannot come into the door into the house with arms. That is all we say. Please shun the path of violence and you are welcome for talks. You are welcome and we will provide you rehabilitation. So the only point, sir, we are making, and our stand is very clear, that there is no negotiation.
So regarding with that matter, as the Chief Minister already said that negotiation, whether that is a slogan of the center of Indian government or the slogan of MPA government, how let me say that.
So I think Honourable Member has got a lot of fondness for the central government. He always keeps mentioning central government more than we do, sir. I'm quite surprised. He's got a lot of fondness for that. But sir, I think we talk about the state government, and home is a state subject, as you're aware. And definitely this is the stand of the government of Meghalaya. So let me make that very clear. The stand of the government of Meghalaya, and MPA is a coalition is running for. So it's the stand of the MPA that we will not be having any negotiations with any organizations which are indulging in violence.
The Chief Minister's commitment on the floor of this House that the government will welcome peace talks with all band outfits. I just have a small suggestion to the Honourable Chief Minister, sir. We have seen in the past that the ANPC package and the proposal of the ANPC peace talk yielded very positive results. My question therefore to the Honourable Chief Minister would be, in the event of other banned militant outfits expressing an earnest interest in coming overground, will there be a prepared package by the government of the day?
So provided all the procedures, as I mentioned earlier, of shunning violence and coming forward to surrender, definitely there will be a package. It has already been mentioned, and I think I would like to make it clear to everybody in the House that there is a screening committee that is set up that includes the DG, the Additional Chief Secretary, and the IG Special Branch, who will look into the screening of who are the people who are eligible to vote. There are certain criteria for eligibility. Namely, you have to surrender with arms. Number two, you should be trained outside and other country that is. And number three, if the special branch feels or gives a report that this particular militant needs to be rehabilitated. So provided these conditions are met, definitely the rehabilitation package is there. It is 1.5 lakhs right now, along with 2,000 rupees of stipend to be given to us. So there is a proposal to look into it, but that I cannot commit at this time to the House. But definitely the answer is yes to what you are doing.
This is a matter which affects the entire House. Having heard from the Honourable Chief Minister that there is this open-mindedness of the government to reach out to militants, may I therefore suggest that let it be an all-House affair and include opposition, because we would also like to be a part of that peace process.
I'd like to thank the Honourable Member for the suggestion, so definitely we'll look into that.
So on the subject to bring the notice, according to the news item appeared on 9 March 2018. On the news item, the Sentinel, under the caption, Opposition, the extension of the Buddha Authority reiterated. So, I would like to bring the notice regarding with the problem of the Buddha. Not only my concern of myself, and also the problem that we are facing many of the areas outside the municipal. So this is the areas that the Buddha have been approached and took over to look after the need of the construction, even the need of water supply, even the need of electricity. So first I would like to drop notice regarding with the areas which fall under the census town. First is the Mang. The whole of Mang is an urban center for the census town. Under the caption, opposition to extension of Buddha Authority restoration. I am thankful to the process, Sakya, Emily Molai policy issue relating to opposition to extension of Buddha Authority restoration. Before I come to the issue, I would like to give a brief background on the Begalia Town Uncontributary Act and the implementation of Begalia building bylaws. Number one, sir, the government of Begalia, by its notification number TCP 111/88/40, dated Shillong, 13th of January 1989. It is the size of the power conferred by subsection 2 of section 1 of the Begalia Town and Country Building Act, Assam Town and Country Building Act 1969, Assam Act of 1960 as adopted and amended by adoption of laws order number 3 of 1973 brought into force that the years of the state. Sir, as per government notification number UAM 64/93 /95 and in exercise of the work by Section 24 of the Megalia Town and Country Plan Act 1923 as amended and adopted. The Muda enforced the Megalia Building Bylaws 2001 for regulating the construction and maintenance of buildings. The Megalia Building Bylaws 2001 was applicable to all urban areas within the state as per Section 8, subsection 1 of the Megalia Building Bylaws 2001. Subsequently, the revised Megalia Building Bylaws 2011 was enforced and published in the Official Gazette of Meghalaya through a notification on the 21st of July 2011, and the extent applies to all municipal areas and scheme areas, notified and to be notified from time to time as per the Section 8, subsection 1-2 of the Meghalaya Building Bylaws 2011.
And I'm not reading, sir, I'm just refreshing my memories. So I have collected the list of unemployed youth from the employment exchange. And the numbers is very alarming, sir. From the 6th district of the Khasi and Jangïatai Hills, the number of unemployment youth is about 35,000. And from the remaining 5 districts from the Garo Hills, the number of unemployment youth is about 3,500. So altogether it's about 40,000 of the youths that are being unemployed today. And these are from the light register from the employment exchange. Among these 40,000, they are not only class 12, they are not PA, they are not NE. There of them, they are graduate professional like engineers, then other degree professional from different universities. So it is very alarming numbers of unemployment in the state. And I feel that if opportunity is not created by the government, there may be a situation where we have to be very, very careful. Because when the youth are frustrated, they may be dragged in different directions. So I request the Chief Minister and the Government of the day to find out ways and means how to create the jobs so that these educated unemployment youths are employed.
I would like to add another verb in this line, sir, and say underemployment, to be also adequately studied and reviewed with all sincerity and putting all necessary efforts right from line departments like the education department. And yes, sir, to say that we need to find remedial systems to address this problem would be understating the problem, sir. But nevertheless, that is the fact of the matter. And we need to address it, sir. Sir, a few observations that I would like to make, sir. I'd like to begin with the Government of India schemes, which have been pumped not just to our state, but to several parts of the country, other states in the country, with the view to address this huge problem of unemployment and underemployment prevalent in the country as a whole. So there is a time now to review and audit all skill programs supported by the Government of India, sir. Very often, sir, having been in the hot seat where we were in a position to lend a helping hand to young citizens of the state, I have seen, sir, that some of these schemes are quite irrelevant for the skills available in our state amongst young people. I have seen, sir, that, for example, there is this huge flow of attention driven to hotel and allied hotel services by the government of India. And there is this huge numbers of young people, not just in our state but in the rest of the country, all vying for this one so-called newly arisen profession for unemployed youth.
On this motion about the unemployment problem, which is well known to everybody, and as every members have rightly said, that it is a problem that cannot be solved for a long time. I think if we are still looking to solve this problem by the government alone, it is impossible, as I said yesterday. So, while talking about the unemployment problem, I think we should not forget to encourage the employer. To get employment, we need employers. So if we are still looking only the government to be an employer, to give job opportunities to our young people, I think it is very difficult and it is impossible. So I suggest the House, if the House agree, let us encourage that more employers should come up in the state, especially our young local employers. And I know there are many people who have got capital to invest, but they are keeping nicely the capital they have not invested. So I earnestly request the House, where in our capacity, wherever we are, if we encourage our people, our local people, to really utilize their capital for the cause of employment, and if we be proud to give employment to employment, I think that will be the solution. And I propose in the House, if the House feels that the government should take steps to encourage employer by giving the kinds of our at least to 10 largest local employers who can employ jobs, maximum 10, the first 10 numbers. If the government thinks that it is work to do that, I think that it will really encourage people to create employment, to set up businesses in that way that the government will recognize them by creating employment.
So it's a motion which draws the attention of each and every one of us, every citizen of this state. This particular issue has been debated at length in this August House in the preceding years. Every session have witnessed a debate, discussion in this August House pertaining to this issue. Members have expressed concern and have also come up with a number of suggestions in course of such debates in this August House. We had the privilege of also listening to and thereby exploring the possibilities of attending to this challenge of dealing with the issue of unemployment and underemployment. The August House had the privilege to witness, and therefore the whole record of the proceedings of this August House will definitely give us a scope to again further have an insight into what has been deliberated and discussed and what has been the outcome of such discussion in this August House in the years gone by. The problem of unemployment across the world, Mr. Speaker. Our own nation is confronted by this challenge. We as politicians, we as leaders of different political parties, always make commitments at a time of election. And no political party or no leader, even as an individual, politicians who do not belong to or affiliate to any political parties cannot face any election and electoral battle without actually showing a concern on this very important issue. Because it's an issue, it's a problem of every household, every individual, every citizen. Even a problem of a family who may not need employment for themselves, but who will be affected because of the problem associated when we have a problem of unemployment.
In the last 10 years, I've seen the thinking movement and the talking movement, but I have not seen solving the problems. There's lots of thinking movement, lots of talking movement. Our youth is our future. If we don't deal with them right now, use their productive, dynamic, youthful stage, then our youth was supposed to be giving us a dividend in the society, will definitely become a disaster in the future. They'll end up in joining military, robbers, or become somebody who will do some anti-social activity. So I believe, since our Chief Minister is also still young, he will definitely do something new to change the whole scenario in the state about the unemployed youths. I don't want him to be the teaching or talking government anymore. I want him to be at least some doing government, maybe a doing government. A little changes will be there, since he himself is youth. So I would love to ask the government to check and see and act upon every department whether there is something wrong with the delivery mechanism or is something wrong with the system itself. Otherwise, by looking at the population ratio in the state, what I feel is that at least our youth in the state should not be unemployed. One way or the other, not only I'm talking about the government sector, I'm talking about the other private sector. We're going to bring about some industrial solutions like eco-based industry, so that the products whatever we produce in the state can be marketed within the state. Other small-scale industries, all those things. If the government sincerely accept the challenges that we have right now and that we are seeing right now, if it can be sincerely addressed, I believe at least 50% of the problem will be solved. And the militancy problem that we are talking about will be solved.